There are a couple of key things that I think are really important that the younger people must know. When you're working on film, your film goes back into a can at the end of the day, and that can goes to a lab, and that lab spends at least one night, sometimes a couple of days, before it has even developed what you've shot. And between the time when you've recorded, no risk, no fun is the idea, more or less. When you've recorded something on film, you're not going to know, and for a couple of days until, you're not going to know from the lab how it turned out, whether it's good or not. And you don't see it until you get back onto the editing table yourself. In video, that's not the case. So video is a little bit too easy sometimes. And the risk part, it's not just the fun of the risk, it's the decisions you make when you know you don't get a second chance, or you might not get a second chance, are totally different than when you know, well, all we got to do is wind up, rewind, and push the button again and start all over again. And that's a school. The tricky part is to not let this easily accessible equipment overrun the right way to work, and the right way to work is with more means. Film is still film, and there is no video that can be screened on a big screen like film can. I don't know when there will be. Everybody says there will be, but it hasn't happened yet. And they've been talking about it for 10, 15 years. It started 15 years ago with high-definition television. They thought, we've got the pixels now, so there's enough pixels, so it's comparable to the amount of dots on a 35 millimeter film, but it doesn't work that way. There's a problem with there are lenses in between a film and a screen, just like there are lenses in between a film and an object. And these lenses react differently to film than they do to video. So I think what's really important is to definitely use all the equipment and the opportunities that we have that are affordable, to learn with, for instance, to practice with, to produce humble, cheap, or inexpensive productions like we did and make the best of it. But I come from an old school. I learned on film.